Hi everyone. So in this video, I wanted to discuss something that isn't really thought about in Siege when you're making Siege offenses. So when you're doing bruiser offenses, you kind of have to think about what is my first target and how can I deal with that target as quick as possible. So for example, let's say I thought, okay, I'm going to use Fingyan, Riley, Rena versus this Dominic, Molly, Molong. So in this team, my only damage dealer is Fingyan. So in this case, I'm relying on destroying the defense's HP, and maybe I'll get a kill with violent procs even if they're not fully destroyed. But because I'm relying on Fingyan for my damage and my win condition, that means that I'm also racing the defense and destroy battling, and also the more turns that the defense takes, that means that there's a higher chance that something bad's going to happen. So for example, let's say it's been about 10 turn cycles. That means there was 10 opportunities for Dominic, Molly, and Molong to destroy your arena's HP. And that means that there was 10 chances that Molong could have lined up a snipe with Dominic's damage, for example. So you basically give 10 chances for the defense to get a win condition on you. And meanwhile, you're over here just destroying their HP open. You can take down Dominic in time before something goes wrong. Now, there are ways to do this better. I'm going to show you some examples here. So here's an example versus defense. Kamoon, Lulu, Ethna. Ethna can also be like another high damage wind threat like Logan or Kashmir. That's the wind Ryu. So in this case, you're able to just take out the Dominic within about 2 to 3, maybe even 1 turn cycles. And because of that, that means you're giving the defense less chance to proc on you, and you're doing the threat sooner, which mitigates the chance that the defense is going to go crazy on you. And it also reduces the chance of you dying due to getting destroyed up too much and dying from there. So in comparison to using a Fingyan offense, which is going to take way too long, it gives you a chance of losing just from taking too long for something to die. Whereas in this team, you have a chance of ending the battle very quickly. Then it's more enticing to use something like this rather than to go for a Fingyan option. Now, this doesn't mean that having a 1 damage dealer offense is bad. It just means that you need to keep in mind that when you're up against a defense, you need to keep in mind how fast you're going to be taking out the main target in comparison to how much threat the defense has. If you only have 1 threat, and the defense has 2, maybe 3 threats, and they're also out-sustaining you, you're going to lose that race and taking out a unit before the defense does, unless you get lucky with procs. So, and for example, with this defense, Odin, Bastet, Perna, you're able to deal with it quite well because the sustain isn't super high, and you're able to almost work on 1 unit at a time, because in this case, Lucia would sleep the Bastet, and then you work on Odin or Perna from there, and it's pretty easy from there. So there are cases where 1 damage dealer does work, but you just need to be smart about how you're thinking about it. So that's just a really quick concept I wanted to go over. It's something that I think a lot of people need to keep in mind when they're making offenses. It seems really good on paper because you think, oh, this unit's, this Fengyan is really good. Oh, this Tissarin is just going to tear up this defense. But when you keep in mind that people on defense are trying to become smart about how they're making their defenses, you're going to run into things like double or triple destroy defenses, as in all three or maybe 2 units have destroy. You also have to keep in mind there's despair, violent. You have to keep in mind those factors. And when you keep those in mind, there are always ways to work around it. This game has a lot of RNG in it, but there are a lot of ways that you can reduce that RNG to give you a better chance against the odds. So, yeah, this is a series I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be making a series more of other videos, kind of expanding on this kind of topic and other Siege concepts. So if you enjoy these kind of videos, do let me know. And if there's a concept you want me to go over, I can definitely do that. So, yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll answer them. All right, see you.